You're welcome again. In this video, we are going to learn how we can use the ACOSH function. ACOSH is the capital A, capital C, capital O, capital S, capital H. So we use the ACOSH function if you want to calculate the inverse hyperbolic cosine of a number. And to do that, we are going to follow these procedures. First of all, we shall have a worksheet which is open. As you can see, I have a worksheet open. And then from there, I'm going to choose sample numbers, but make sure that any number you use must be equal or greater than 1. So I will start with 1 as one sample number, and then I'll have 3, then I will have 10, I will have 50, and finally I will have 100. So to calculate the ACOSH, to calculate the hyperbolic, the inverse hyperbolic cosine of the number, I have to use the ACOSH function. So I'm going to say cosine in one of these cells, which is cell D, D9. So I will say ACOSH, and then as you can see, even when you click on the function, it shows you that this returns the inverse hyperbolic cosine of a number. So go ahead and open the bracket. So put the value, which is 1, but I'm going to use the cell reference for this, which is C9. Go ahead and close the bracket, press enter, and then you see the answer 0. So the inverse hyperbolic cosine of 1 is 0. What about for 3? I'll go ahead and type equal sign, then I say ACOSH. Go ahead and open the bracket, and then I get this value. Close the bracket, press enter, then I'll get this answer. So the inverse hyperbolic cosine of 3 is 1.762747174. What about for 10? So I'm going ahead and say ACOSH, and then open the bracket, grab this number, close the bracket, press enter, then you get this. What about this? Enter equal sign, type ACOSH function, and then open the bracket, grab the number, close the bracket, press enter, then you see that. Finally, 100, do the same equal sign, ACOSH, then open the bracket, grab the number, close the bracket, enter. So now, as you see, all these are what we call the inverse hyperbolic cosine of these numbers. This is the inverse hyperbolic cosine, hyperbolic cosine of these numbers. Which numbers? 1. Like the inverse hyperbolic cosine of 1 is 0. The inverse hyperbolic cosine of 3 is this one. The inverse hyperbolic cosine of 10 is that. The inverse hyperbolic cosine of 50 is that. And the inverse hyperbolic cosine of 100 is that. So normally this is how we can use that function and to return this inverse hyperbolic values of these numbers. Otherwise, thank you guys. Let's catch up in the next video as we look at another function.